Okay, and so our first game of the evening is Yolk Hero, a young Tamago's demo. Right now, the demo is free to play, um, but there is no release date as of yet for Yolk Hero, a long Tamago. So do keep in mind that the footage or the gameplay you are going to see here tonight may or may not be in the full version of the game when it does release. And yeah. So if you are in chat, sorry, I blanked. If you are in chat, you can use exclamation point GOTC, and that's going to bring up a list of the games that I am playing for this evening. If you are watching this on YouTube, then the information for the game will be in the description box below. So let's go ahead. We're going to take a look at this. Now, I've already started playing this. As I explained in my last stream, that with the games, because I didn't know if I was going to get another hotspot or not, I recorded every single game that I was supposed to play this week, and those gameplay videos are uploaded to YouTube. So if you want to see how the game kind of starts off, there is a part one to this. When I do upload this to YouTube, I will connect that video in the description below. So if you would like to watch that video as well, then that will be an option as well. So, but let's go ahead. Let's jump into this. And it's kind of almost like having a Tamagotchi just on your computer. So, oh, she was still fighting. I am the rat champion, or rat champ. I punch whatever I choose to, or I choose. Wow. Sometimes I punch livestock. Okay, rat champ. Sometimes I punch villagers. Oh, I really thought he was gonna say it. Sometimes I punch babies. Like, well, excuse me. Now I'm gonna punch you, and then you're gonna lose. Here is preparing to attack. Arrgh, I am undone. How could I be bested by one so young? Harold prevails. Harold gains 12 XP. Okay, you have defeated the rat champ. He was the champion of all rats. Good work. The rats in town are incredibly demoralized. As promised, here, a full set of adventuring gear. Receive adventurer's sword, armor, and shield from Townie. It may not be a lot, but it should help you get your footing as an adventurer. I hope you do manage to stop the Frog Lord. Good luck. You've completed quest 1. Got 12 gold, 12 experience, and new quest unlocked. Okay. Oh, my guardian spirit! You've helped the Yolk hero complete their first quest. Good work. Keep it up. I know you'll be able to stop the Frog Lord and save Fairykind. There's not much more for me to teach you, so good luck on your quest, my guardian spirit. Know that I always watch over you. Bye-bye. Okay, so now, again, it's kind of like having a Tamagotchi. Of course, in this particular part, it's kind of like spread out. But this is essentially an idle game as well. So you can actually, I think it's tab I want to use to put on her gear. So she is a monk. And thank you for that 7 stream streak, Dan, a Tamagotchi. So she is a hero. And she's a monk. So ideally, once they become an adult, you have to use experience points to like train them and things like that. So as you can see, each time does have a time lapse, each thing that you do. So if I want to train her, it's going to be 10 minutes for strength, Dex, Intellect. Aw. If I want to feed, well, we're feeding her. It used to be timed. When she's a little kid, it's timed. So to check out her stats, you can go here. You can drag your mouse over to the right. She did. If you want to know what took place while you were away, you can hit events. So it seems like she was just constantly on that quest for a while. So we have 103 experience. Another way to get to the stats and events tab and the gear tab is you're going to hit the tab button. This shows you her inventory. This shows you, again, the event log. Your stats, which I'm going to have her probably take a bath. So, let's see. So, bathing still has clearly some time. It's a 7-minute time constraint. So, so that still has a constraint. And then you can queue up to 5 different things that she can do. So right now she's bathing. What do we have? Heals for 15, herb. But I'm not gonna have her sleep. I'm gonna have her train after she gets out of the bath. Or actually, let's stop her from bathing. Let's have her train her strength. We'll have her train the strength. Maybe do dex. Train an intellect, right? Do all of those. Then we will have her bathe and then sleep. And so basically you just set up a queue. And the cool thing about this is that it can run in the background. So you can either turn it off or you can let it run in the background while you do other things. It does turn off the sound for it. It only brings up the sound when you click on the actual box. So so ideally, I think, like, if I minimize this, okay, so it kind of freezes it. And then you could kind of come back to it. So the idea I had is not gonna work. I was gonna have it running while we were playing other games, but as you can see, that's pretty much the gist of this game. Right now she's working out, so that's gonna be about, it's gonna take her roughly about 8 minutes to finish training in her strength. Like I said, then when she's done, she's gonna take her a bath, and then she's gonna sleep, and sleep is like a 40-minute task. So basically, like I said, it's almost like having a digital Tamagotchi. And then of course you can send her out on quests. Quests help her to get experience, which then you use that experience to train her. So that's pretty much the gist of this game. It's pretty much, for the most part, an idle game. Just a cute way to kind of give a nod to the old, like, Tamagotchis or Gigapets if you are from that era, because this new age Tamagotchi is not like the old age Tamagotchi. So it's just pretty much an updated version of having like a Tamagotchi, or more so, if you really want to say if it's like anything, if you owned a Dreamcast. Now we're going into retro talk. If you owned a Dreamcast and you had Sonic Adventure, well, the Dreamcast had, for their memory card, they had the VMU. And you could actually put the little Chow that's in Sonic Adventure on the VMU, and you could carry it around and take care of it. And you did a lot with that Chow. So this is kind of like the successor to the VMU having the child. They were like, I remember taking mines to school and stuff because, and I played with that child like crazy, and you could raise different childs and stuff. And essentially with this, you can also raise different heroes and things like that. Like in the beginning, you get an egg that you have to hatch. Um, exactly. Uh, so essentially, you get an egg. You have to raise. That's why it's called a yolk hero. You have to raise the hero from the egg, so you have to protect it from like the elements and predators and things like that. If you goof, it's okay. You get another egg. um, and you pretty much raise them up into a hero. Now, I think after so long, if you don't take care of them, just like a Tamagotchi, they perish. And then you have to raise up a new hero. So, for the most part, for her, I think I started her maybe on Monday or Tuesday because again it was Monday. I started her on Monday because again I did a recording because just in the case I couldn't do any streamings or any streams. So I started her Monday and it is now Thursday and this is where she's at. So but overall that's pretty much the gist of Yolk Heroes a long time ago. From time to time, we will check in on her on stream. Um, but that's pretty much the gist of it. It's pretty much just like having a Tamagotchi that's on your computer, basically. Like I said, ideally, you're supposed to, from what it said, you're supposed to minimize it. Like you can minimize it and do other things and it will still work in the background. And it for the most part does. It just stops the animation and stuff. But that's pretty much it for the most part. But if you like what you see of Yolk Heroes or Yon Tamago and you would like to embark on your own adventure with your Yolk Hero, there is a free-to-play demo of this that is currently available. Again, there is no release date for this just yet. Overall, I like it. It is adorable. Again, it's something that help pass the time, and it for me, it's more about a nostalgia thing because it does remind me, like I said, of having like a Tamagotchi or a Gigapet. You know, growing up, or even better, the Chows. So, again, if you are into idle games or you kind of want something to have to kind of like take care of, then I would say go ahead, try the demo out for Yolk Heroes. Now, I don't know what's in store for the full version of the game because this is just a demo. But overall, I would say give this a go. Go ahead and try it for yourself. It comes up in not a small window, but it's a, like a square window for this. And again, like I said, if you put it down on the taskbar, it does continue to run. But you also don't have to have it down on the taskbar if you don't want to. So ideally what I'm trying to do is let the training for strength run out just so I can queue for her to go on a quest after she sleeps. And again, all of this stuff just happens automatically with this game. So, and I like I said, I like the fact that it's in black and white because it reminds me of like, again, that's pretty much the most I can say about it is it does straight up remind me of like, the Tamagotchis and the digital pets, virtual pets or digital pets. That's what I meant to call them. The digital pets. Because now, from what I've seen, the Tamagotchis nowadays are in color, which is really interesting to me because, again, when I grew up, they were not. They are also not $8.99 anymore, so this tells you how old I am. Because they are no longer like $8.99, $9.99. They're like $49.99 because now they're in color and things like that. And I guess they do a lot more than what our Tamagotchis did in the back of the day. So this is a cheap alternative to that, to be honestly truthful. It's a cheap alternative. It's interesting too with this that this is on PC because I would also think that it would be interesting for this to be on mobile. Like, I could imagine this doing pretty well on mobile. Like, you would probably get, a lot of people downloading this on mobile too, just because, like I said, the nostalgia of, oh, I have a pet, and, it takes you back there if you're old school like me. So, um, so it would be interesting to see a mobile port of this. So hopefully when this game does fully release, and if it does well, if it ends up doing well, maybe the developers will think into possibly putting out a mobile port of it, and then make it to when you do the mobile port, you can kind of carry your character over from like your Steam account, because that would be great. But then again, if not, you can still just, raise up a whole new hero. um, so she's almost done training for strength. And like I said, I'm just trying to wither it out until she's done with the strength. And then we're going to set up for her to do a quest after she sleeps. And go from there to, But it's adorable. Like, I like it. Like, this was one of those ones, like, when I seen it pop up, because we do have an article for this on the Daily Gamepad, so I would probably upload the gameplay video for this to the Daily Gamepad as well. But, yeah, when I saw it, I was like, this is pretty cool. So now she's going to do training decks. And again, it literally does take the amount of time that it says. So we're going to set her up on a quest. She's going to do quest 2, which is going to take her 30 minutes. Did it like... Oh, it sent her out on the quest. Help. Okay, hold on. I don't want her to do this. Let me see if I can actually... I didn't want her to go out on the quest now, but... Oh well. He named himself that. We didn't come up with it. Hero, you have to help us. We can't use the roads unless he's defeated. We're all getting really bored, not having anywhere to go. We like using the roads. Please defeat the terrible bandit orc. Drive him from our lands. We'll make it worth the danger. So now she's going to go on her quest. I wanted her to finish training, but... So that's something that I didn't realize, but... Now I know that if you hit the quest button, they will go out on the quest. Like, it just overrides everything. It would be nice to be able to queue up the quest, but... Because this is a 30-minute event, So eventually she should run across a bad guy. I'm trying to say if she's gonna run across the bad guy, to be fair. Okay. So we're gonna wrap up. I have no idea why her stuff didn't stay, but we're gonna wrap up the quest here. Because it's a 30-minute quest. So, but again, if you like what you saw of Yolk Heroes a long time ago, again, if you are in chat this evening with us on Twitch, you can use !GOTC, and that's going to bring a list up of all the games that I am playing for this evening. Oh, okay. Dang it. It snuck up on me. You can use exclamation point GOTC, and that's going to bring up a list of all the games that I am playing if you are here in chat this evening. For those of you that are watching this on YouTube, the information for the game will be in the description box below. And remember that the footage or the gameplay you have just seen here is in fact a demo of the game. So what you see here may or may not be in the full version of the game when it does finally release. So we are going to go to the main menu. But yeah, that is Yolk Heroes a long time ago.